Okie dokie, welcome back. We are, I'm going to go ahead, we're switching and we're going to go get another heart from Scar Singer Carmelita today. So, I'm going to get these little red dots off. I know I could have done that a while ago, but it's just more fun to look at my inventory without them, at least here. All right. So in order to do that, I do want to change my crest out of the Architect's crest and back to the crest of the Wanderer. And I do like going ahead and keeping the curved sickle. However, another really good option is switching to the Cogfly for just the final stagger of Carmelita's fight. The Cogfly is really good, but it's a little frantic feeling. So I'm going to roll with this. All right. And let's get there. So we're going to go to the far fields. All right. And when you exit the far fields, you want to go ahead and go all the way up past Pilgrim's Rest to that kind of new area that was open to you in Act 3. And then you can basically just a straight shot to the right to get to Carmelita. We've been there before getting a memory locket. So us going past Pilgrim's Rest. Uppy up here. Real high. Oh, hi there. And right in this little pocket right here. And go to the right. Now, I would go ahead and get these little horse hoppers. Because they are kind of rare. And you need them for your hunter's journal. And so instead of having to come back and forth, you might as well get them every time you're naturally here. This ant, yeah, he's toast. I like it when the horses kick the ants and kill them. Alright, so basically we're here. Hop up. I didn't do it high enough. Sit on this bench. And now let's go and talk to old Carmelita. And here she is. Pale beast, bringing ruin. We had sensed it. You writing harsh our final fate. If power you come seeking, mine is fated. Mortal, time taken. Great one, I come not to see you as you are. Rather, I would have you recall what you were before the pale monarch, when once your heart beat bright and brave. That beating heart I would take, though no, my intent is worthy. I seek it only to save these lands, to break them free from this fatal sickness born of thread and void. If you may, beast, if you can, mine once was power, wild, proud. All right. And it's time to jam. And you wake up and you hear singing in the background, and that is Scar Singer Carmelita. All right, now you're gonna have to challenge her
And once you challenge her, she sends a wave of mobs, and then she also, and then she will fight you. If you die, you get kicked out of the dream, and you have to do all that again. You always have to fight the mobs. So I'm just going to jump in. I'll try to talk to you about the fight. She's hard, but I'll try to talk to you as we go. So, very cool, very awesome challenge. So first we gotta fight, and I go after this guy first. This gives me the most difficulty, and a lot of times I leave that other one alone. I also prioritize the flying enemies over grounded enemies, so I can that's just me personally though. Now they're gonna be I charge up and be ready for one of them to pop up, because she gives you a little pause and then she calls those guys in, and then I totally focus on just one, because this is vastly easier than to just deal with one of these ginormo ants. You just don't have to worry about them on either side of you and everything. So, and this guy's almost dead. 1 or 2 more hits. There we go. Now Carmelita's gonna jump on either side. She goes what's furthest from you, and I try to force her to be there, and I just like it more, but there's no real difference. Okay, so she has that jump and flip over, kind of like Morwing has, and also like Morwing, she will later adjust that to throwing 2. She also has that lean over, and she throws, and she creates this little V that you can jump through. I was hoping she'd do it again. So there she's not doing it. There it is. You can jump right through the V as it comes at you. She will resort to doing that 2 times, 2 after she staggers. She's got a triple strike attack. She jumps up and pulls those spikes up, and that is about it. She also has this like close-up swirl attack. There's her triple. So I've found that just picking at her is my best strategy. So either with little pogos or diving in. Triple strike, so I get a pogo. She leans forward, I jump through that V. It's her little swirl or triple strike. I can usually jump in and get 1 there. Dive in. There's a little through the V. She's good at parrying, so you've got to be pretty quick. If you don't get your hit, I go ahead and just dive out, kind of like I did right there, as you saw. There we go. See, that was a little too long, and I dive in. We should be pretty close to her first, like, staggering. Alright. Give me a heal. Just triple strike. There we go. Dive in. That was too slow, and she got to her parry. Triple strike. I really thought we'd be in stagger mode by now, but I don't know. Ugh. I ran into it myself. Alright, now it's stagger mode. I'm gonna wail on her as much as I can and then get out of here. I'm not quite sure when the double attacks will start. See, she didn't choose to use a double on either of those. She also builds that new where she like dashes across and makes spikes come. There's a double for that. So it has been unlocked. No double on the lean over though. That will come. Dashing across. If you pogo her about in the middle, towards the end you can't pogo her as well. Then she does that running across attack. There we go. I try to do it in the middle because she tends to block it if you're at the very end of the... there we go. Now she's doubling up on that. And it didn't get necessarily triggered by her... and she only did one. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going. I don't know why I, ran into that, Okay, let me get me a heal in. Doing it double. Yeah, wait on her. Okay. I'm going to use some tool damage. And, you can also, though it's a little crazy to do so, you can, I am just getting hit by everything now. You can go ahead and use the cog flies here and bust them out. That's probably even better than my curve sickle. But using the cog flies makes it seem really chaotic. And there's just a lot going on, and so you got to be careful that they don't throw you off. But they will provide a good amount of passive damage that is extremely helpful in the fight. Alright, she's got to be really close to done, yeah. So I've tried to do the overwhelm her with tools. It didn't work very well for me. I've seen people do it, and I've had success with it once. It was like, oh, wow, I did it. But not nearly as often as I would have thought. This actually just works for me. It's more consistent. I've also tried the Beast Crest, but she punishes you more than a lot of enemies do for being up close. And so it doesn't weigh out as well as a lot of times the Beast Crest does. But... so that's how I would recommend doing it, at least at this point, with the amount of time I've spent with the game. That could change in the future. A lot of these things could change as I just figure out new and better ways to do it. But that is my best way right now. Just nitpicking, diving in, diving back out, pogoing in, pogoing back out. All right, get in there, beat Carmelita, and get that heart. It's a super awesome fight. You'll enjoy it. Okay, and I'll see you next time. Bye.